Hey, welcome to Beyond the Noise with Sam. If it's your first time watching this show, thank you for coming on this platform. Thank you for being part of this. So, on Beyond the Noise with Sam, we get to discuss different things. I share my experience, um, the time I've spent in the United States, the culture, what I've learned. So in today's episode, it's going to be in English. From when I started this YouTube channel or doing these episodes, I'd never done episodes in English. It's not because I don't know English, just because I wanted to share experience with my people from back home, sharing it in my mother language. Also, so that I don't forget my language. You know what I mean? But for today's show, I'm going to be sharing it in English. So, welcome. I know like some of my friends were trying to watch different episodes I've been doing on YouTube, were requesting me to do episodes in English, but then I was like, I'll do it. But then finally, your requests have been granted. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about some of the shocking things that I've seen for the time I've been in the United States. I've been here for 3 years in the United States. I came here in 2023, early January. I'm an international student. I go to Shasta College where I'm doing computer science. So you know what it means coming from Africa to United States. It's a new culture, different kind of people, different beliefs, different way of doing things. It's a shocker. So in today's episode, I just want to share some of the shocking things or the things I've seen here that used to shock my mind. Up to now, there's some things I see and I'm like, oh, I never grew up seeing that. But guess what? It's the United States. Like there are a lot of culture and a lot of people have different ways of doing things. And then it's the world we live in. You need to adopt. I'm trying to adopt as much as I can. Different things. So first things first. Let me start with school. When I came here, I stayed with my brother for a short period of time. Then I started staying in the dorms at Chester College. So I started staying there. It was a shocker for me, more so when it came to, I think, the food and the culture, because you deal with different kinds of people, and then when you're from Africa, trust me, people will see you and know that this one is new to this community. The way you walk, the way you talk, people here have a lot of confidence in them. Even the kids, even the youth, like they have a lot of confidence in them. I don't know how it's built, but they have a lot of confidence in them. And for us who come from Africa, oh, just for starters, I come from Uganda. So normally when people ask me, hey, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Africa. Some people think Africa is one country. Some people think that way, that Africa is one country, but Africa is a continent. So if they don't go beyond and ask me where, some people always ask me where in Africa. Africa is huge. I normally tell them East Africa, just to see whether the person understands the concept. When they ask me where in East Africa, and I'm like Uganda in particular, you get what I mean? So if somebody doesn't go beyond and ask me, hey, which part of Africa, I know everyone thinks Africa is one country. Even when I started schooling here, some students used to ask me, hey, where are you from? And I'm like, from Africa. Some of them don't know wow, countries in Africa. If you ask them, like, tell me like 5 countries in Africa or 2, trust me, it will be hard for them to name some of them, which is understandable. But then for us back in Africa, we study a lot about these countries, but then they study less about us or about the entire continent of Africa, or what we can call the dark continent. Yeah, the dark continent. So it's different. I love the fact that, like I said, I love the fact that kids here are confident, and then they participate in discussions. I don't know if it's taught in school, because I didn't go to kindergarten here. I didn't go to early childhood development from here, but uh, kids will shock you or surprise you the way they respond to questions, the way they act, the way they do things. They do things freely, and the way they interact with their parents is free. For us in Africa, and the person is an elder person is, we have that kind of respect to the person. We have that thing of say, hey mom, like, what can I do, where do you want me to help? But kids here, some of them do, but then I don't love the fact that the way they respond to their parents, I don't love it. Sometimes I find it shocking on my end when a child is called. Let me say somebody calls you, if it's my mom, and then calls you, hey Sam, and then you say what? I don't know. For me, what means something different. My personal interpretation of the word what. So it shocked me my first time when I went to school, and then one of my classmates called a friend, and then the friend responded what. For me, it sounds rude. Sometimes I'm like, how did they? I was like, do they have an issue, or they didn't want to respond to the person, or what? But they take it so lightly. So sometimes you need to learn the culture and also how people respond. So people respond like what, where I come from. When somebody says, if somebody calls you and you say what, that's a rude way of responding. If somebody calls you where I come from, hey Sam, you say yes. In my language, if somebody calls you, you say Wanji. So it's so shocking, most also when it comes to classes. Professors, instructors take their time. They come in class in time. Trust me, when I was growing up, teachers used not come in class in time. Two, when their time for exiting the class comes, they can take you for more than 20 to 25 minutes or 15 minutes more to the time that they were allocated. But here, time is time. Even when we're meeting 5 minutes, the professor or the instructor will tell, hey, we shall begin from there tomorrow, and then the person will leave class, and then people go to other classes. But where I come from, somebody will drive you for more 20 minutes after the allocated time that the person is supposed to take you within the class. So it's so shocking. I love the fact that people keep time, and then people respect their jobs, and people are there to help. Two, I don't know if still, but the other thing is the way instructors respond to emails. Where I come from, people are, unless when it's a professional person. By being professional, when this person is working maybe in a big agency where emails are utilized like on a daily basis, you check their emails and everything. I know it's also some kind of culture here, but it's not so common where I come from that somebody will respond to your email in a timely manner, if you get what I mean, within like the shortest time possible. But I love the fact that instructors used to say, hey, if you find any challenge, shoot me an email. Normally on my email at this time and this time and this time. Then if I miss it, I'll respond to you the following day. Where I come from, some instructors or professors never used to respond to emails, but like didn't say that not all, but some of them used not never respond to emails, because in my country people prefer phone calls. And then how people behave in school. I know it's college, and hey, kissing here is so normal. Damn. Kissing here is normal. It's like giving a hug, it's like giving a handshake. Bro, where I come from, I used not to see people kissing. Apart from movies in particular. Like, let me be honest. Uh, Kissing here is so normal. Hey, like a parent, like in a family, dad cannot kiss the mom goes and kiss the dad, gives a peck to the child. Bro, I have I ever gotten a peck from my dad or my mom? No, I don't remember having that. Dude, like it that's not shocking, but it's so cool. Um, it's it's a culture thing. It's a culture thing. I get it. It's a culture thing, but it's so normal. So I was in school and then I was going to Starbucks and then I find these kids, hey, hugging and kissing. Bro, I froze and I was like, ah. So where I grew up from, there is a word called coupling. Coupling, if you're in school, you're not supposed to couple. But bro, this is college, besides university, but then high school stuff. You're not allowed to have a boyfriend or a girl lover. So you'll be always told no coupling. Actually, they will give you the rules and regulations for the school, and that word will be underlined with bold. No coupling. Coupling is not allowed in this school. Coupling means there's no relationship of boyfriend girlfriend in this school. But some people used to break that rule. I think it's the most broken rule in high school. You get what I mean? So, and when it comes to ordering stuff, like at the cafeteria, bro, one of my shocking thing was the food. I came here, I didn't understand the menu, like food, nothing. So, and nobody tells us before we come here. Nobody tells you, hey, you're going to face this, you're going to see this, this is going to be shocking. No. So it was so crazy when I went to the cafeteria and you either go to the counter and order or you place the buttons. So I didn't know even what I wanted. I think the thing I was understanding there was rice, which they didn't have, and then I think I had a burrito because I saw one of the kid ordered a burrito, and when I saw how it was looking like, it looks like a Lolix. So there's something called Lolix in my country. It's it it's chapati with eggs and then some other things within it. It's called a Lolix. So it looked like a Lolix. So I ordered a burrito, and then a lot of things being asked. I know we also ask it when you go to buy Rolex. They ask you, do you want nyanyambisi, that's fresh tomatoes, or you want them to fly in? Do you want fresh onions, or you want them to be fried within the eggs? Here, then there's somebody, oh, bacon or what? And I'm like, I don't know. So it's like my beginning time when I used to go to cafeteria. So I used to find there's a lady I used to find, I don't remember her name, but she was super nice. She used to tell me, oh, what do you want in your burrito? And I was like, I don't eat cheese, but I eat the rest. So she'll be like, oh, do you want this? Do you want the other? And I'm like, even like the names, I don't know what they are. And so she used to select for me. So every time I would come, she would at least, oh, okay, you want a burrito? She knew what I wanted. Yeah. So it's not easy. I always tell my friends like what you need to do. Just when you go there, tell them what you don't eat. I don't eat cheese, I don't eat this, the rest I eat them. And then you be like, make me the best out of what I've told you not eating. Out besides the things I've told you not I'm eating. And then my first thing I ate when I go to the States was a burger. Yeah, because my brother picked me up from the airport and was like, yeah, so you know what? you have to eat a burger when you first come here. So my first thing I ate when I came here was a burger. And then I came in 2023 in January, so there was snow. I came through Sacramento airport. I've never been in a cold place like the one I faced when I came out of Sacramento airport. It was freezing, it was cold. I even felt like running back in the airport because my brother told me before, like, he told me, oh, where I stay there is no snow, it's nothing. Bro, when I came in 2023, early January, there was snow and the place was cold. But all went well. Excuse me. So it picked me up. We came here. I'm just taking you back. So when it picked me up the following morning, I had to go meet my counselor. So we don't have a, I don't know if universities in Africa or Uganda have academic counselors. But I had to meet my counselor. Then we had to go through what I was going to study, because like I said, I'm doing, from when I started up to now, I'm still doing computer science. It's my favorite major. It's my major. I like dealing with IT stuff. So I go in and then meet with this. He's a great guy up to now. He's a great guy. Then he explained to me, dude, guess what this guy did to me? Threw me into a class that had 6 good units. And this was pre-calculus. I didn't know. Threw me in pre-calculus. You are new to an area, it's an in-person class, and what this class needs somebody who had been here at least for like a semester or 2 semesters. I was new, but to be honest, at the end I failed this class. I failed it. Yeah, I failed the class because I was new in an area. Then this guy threw me. That in all the classes I've done, that was the worst class I've ever done. The instructor was speaking so low and then was speaking so fast. I even one time went to his office and I introduced myself. I'm this kind of person who is open. I don't care whether you say what, I'll tell you what I'm facing. So I go to this guy, the instructor who was teaching it. He retired right now. He's no longer there at school. I can't talk about it. So I go to his class, I go to his office and I'm like, hey, I'm new here. Some things that you say in class, I don't understand it. And then English is not my first language. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, English is not my first language. So I would like you to at least sometimes speak a little bit slow. And he asked me, do you have a book? And I was like, yeah, because I'd borrowed a book from the library. And then he was a nice guy. Actually, he gave me a book. Up now I still have it, calculus book. He gave me a book. He was a nice guy. But what I told him to do, he couldn't do it because this was his way of speaking and this. So this guy would be on the board and then starts writing like, have you ever been preaching to the people who do preaching, like preaching gospel, or if you're doing music and then you are singing to people who know the lyrics? So this is how this guy used to teach in class. I felt like he was teaching to the people who knew what he was teaching, but not the person who doesn't know it, who is fresh into it. That's how I felt like. And it wasn't easy. Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy class. But at the end, I failed it. By the time I was catching up, the class was coming to an end. So my favorite class I attended, and I liked it, and I did in my first semester. That was public speaking. I liked that class because it was speaking, talking. Yeah, talking. Yo, in this class, I used to present And then I remember one time I asked the instructor, uh, hey, where can I improve? Where am I doing well? And then she was like, you're a good presenter because you can present on anything. Bro, every time they will tell me to present, or every time they will tell us like, hey, you need to come up with something to present, I would bring something new. I don't present about what I presented before. And then I knew how to use the stage and everything. I'm good at talking. Yeah, put that aside. See you on the side. So the other thing was about the culture in the dorm. The culture in the dorm. My first roommate was from Nigeria, Africa as well. So he was a nice guy. He's the guy who took me around. He showed me some couple of things. He was a nice guy, and he was an RA. I remember. Was a nice guy. I don't remember his name, but I remember his face. I wish I can show you the face. I don't remember his name. I remember the face. Sorry about that. So he was from Nigeria. He was a nice guy. So, but he left the dorm after like around like three to 2 months. Then he left the dorm. He told me he's going to stay with a girlfriend, so he's checking out of the dorm. So I had to spend the remaining time of the semester in a dormitory alone. So the other thing that disturbed me when I got here was time zone. From where I come from to here, difference of 10 hours. 10 good hours. So in these 10 hours, so if it's day here, it's night where I come from. If you get what I mean. So that's the time difference. And I used not to sleep during the night because I didn't. This was a new time zone for me. So I had an issue with sleeping. Not now. I sleep now when time for sleeping comes. I sleep. Yeah. So I used not to sleep during the night, and I would want to sleep during the day. On top of that, you have a pre-calculus class, 6 units, 4 times a day, in person. Every after chapter, there is a quiz that you need to do. So I used to almost do math on a daily basis. It became part of me, but I still failed it. It wasn't easy for me because I was new and I had a culture shock. So, and then the other thing that tortured me, transport system. There is a bus, or there was a bus. Up to now, it's still there. You can use the bus to go to shopping. You go to Walmart, you go to Safemart, you go to Safeway, anywhere you want. But you should be knowing which route takes you where. So I knew the bus I used to take because there was an Asian friend who used to take me around to show me like places to shop. The first time I went to do shopping alone, the bus never came back after dropping me. Every time I would look on the app, it will show me that the bus has passed, but in actual sense, I'm seated there watching where it's passing, but they will show you that it just passed you. So the bus never came back. So I asked people, actually, this is so shocking. The person who told me to go to the bus station, the one in below Safemart, I think, and the mall, was a homeless person. Because I asked him, hey, I don't see the bus. And I was like, which bus are you taking? And I tried to explain to him. And he was like, I don't know, but try to go here. Walk up to the mall. The way he directed me, I got lost. People here don't hope. That's the other shocking thing. I had my phone. I had a phone, but the phone I didn't have service, so there was no way I could use it. Excuse me, as I sip on tea with sugar. All right. Um. So the person that elects me, I start moving. I moved up to. I bypassed the mall where I was supposed to branch off from, and I went straight. I find these families getting seated. Dude, the guy told me don't come close. I had my bags. I looked like a homeless person, and also in this skin. Yeah. The person told me don't come close here, or I'll be there. I wanted help. I just wanted to ask which route should I take. Even when you are moving and then you try to stop the person will move faster. I don't know. So till when I reached behind the mall, there was a restaurant which I entered in. I find this great person. I found one of the waiter, the girl. I told her, I explained to her, I told her my name is so and so. I even had to show her my school ID. And then I was like, I'm lost. I just want to get internet so that I can order an Uber because I was so tired. So I ordered an Uber, then the Uber comes and she helped me with the internet. And then I ordered an Uber and then the Uber takes me back home, back to the dorm. I didn't even cook that day. I felt so frustrated. I felt so frustrated. I just went straight to my bed. I just slept. I went straight to my bed. I was like, I don't know, but if this is how it's going to be like, I have to find a solution. But cut the long story short, it's not easy being coming from Africa straight to here. There are a lot of shocking things that you will see, and people will look at you and then judge you by the look on your face. Yeah. People can help. Some, not all. There's some people will stop and then they'll be like, okay, how can I help you? Yeah. And it's so bad when you come to the winter time, like I came in, because you don't have the appropriate jacket. Yo, one time I moved out of the dorm because I didn't know it was some. My roommate moves he moves out of the bed and checks the the weather app when it had snowed. I didn't even check outside to see. I move I go shower and then dress up, go to class. And then as I was moving out of the dorm, bro, snow was everywhere. I had open shoes in my legs. I was only having a sweater. It was so shocking. I had like 5 minutes to class. Where I come from, don't get late to class. If you're a student, do not get late to class. I've seen it here where the instructor or professor gets in and then students come in after the instructor coming in. Where I come from, is the student go in before the instructor comes in. So I had that in my mind. I'm like, okay, should I go back, change my shoes, or I continue with the journey to class? Guess what? I continue with the journey to class. So I reached to class when I'm freezing. For the first almost like 30 minutes, I never held a pen because I was freezing. Because when I entered into class, everyone looked at me like this. Everyone who was looking at me looks at my foot and then looks at me. How would you come to class like that? Yeah. So I never experienced snow. It was my first time experiencing snow. So I know right now I know what it means. I know what to wear. And also the jackets, the sweaters that we come with, don't deal with this snow. Don't deal with this coldness because they are too light for this coldness. I'm being honest. All my sweaters, all my jackets I had, none of it would deal with the coldness. Yeah. And the other thing, in my second semester, my roommate sleeps when the AC is on. I cannot sleep when the AC is on. But that time, it was cold. And then the guy sleeps when the AC is on and it's cold still. Oh. So when I started like getting up and switching it off, what I started doing, like opening up the window. So I would open up my end, and then that's the story for another day. But just know it wasn't easy for me. And then the other shocking thing. So if you've just joined in, welcome to Beyond the Noise with Sam, where I share my experience. I discuss about stuff. I talk about stuff. I try everything. Yeah. If you're just joining, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you think about the topic, or what your experience has ever been going into a new country, or what your experience has ever been interfacing with a new person, or a person who is coming from a different kind of background or culture. Yeah. So the other thing that shocked me was, hey, the chocolate and sweets on the tables. So to this good school I went to, Shasta College, I used to move around every time I'm done with class, because after class I used not have a lot of things to do. Most on Fridays when I have no class, I used not have class. I used to move with my backpack. So I would move around campus. I'm a curious person. I always ask people, what do you do here? What are you doing here? What do you do in this school? What's your role in this school? And then people would say, we're doing this, we're doing the other. And then the other thing that I used to do most of the time is people would take the sweets, people would tell me, hey, take as many as you can, or some snacks. And then they'll be like, yeah, take as many as you can. And what I used to do, I used to pack them in my backpack and move with them. And then I would go to different areas or offices, and then I would pick whatever I find on their table. As long as they tell me, take as many as you can. Because I think it's a culture here where people say, take as many as you can, and they think somebody picks like one or two, but take as many as you can means take many as you can. So I used to take a lot of it. So yeah, you can tell me where you're watching us from. Tell me what your shock has been, for time you have been maybe talking with somebody from a different background. All right. So I think the other thing is people. So I had a roommate who used to tell me, hey, like he used to wake up every morning. I don't know if it's a culture here. The showering thing. Shower. I don't know. I don't know if people are not supposed to shower on a daily basis or what. Where I come from, people used to, like us being in high school, because I used to stay in the dormitory in high school, and then we used to shower like morning. Immediately you get out of bed, or after morning preps, you go to shower. So I wake up, the first time I was supposed to go to class, I wake up early enough. I'm like, okay, I need to go to shower. Bro, I reached in the bathroom and nobody was in the shower. Yeah, and the shower was dry, as dry as a pond. And I'm like, wait a minute, people are not coming to shower or what? Yeah, people just wake up, dress up. I think the thing that they do is brushing. But if somebody brushed at night before going to bed, won't brush in the morning. I'm like, who does that? I no. So, and the other thing, somebody gets up out of the bed, go do the morning chores like going to the toilet, going to pee, and then comes back, dresses up without taking a shower, and then sprays a deodorant on him or herself and goes to class. It was very shocking to me. It was shocking. And it's a thing here I've seen. Hey, because one of my roommates used to tell me and ask me almost like on a day, why are you showering like too much? And I'm like, I used to shower when I'm going to class, like every morning. When I wake up, go to shower. When I move like long distances and then I sweat, when I get back, shower. And when I used to do a lot of like activities around, or if I come back and if I go for shopping and I get back when I'm so tired, I go and shower. I just get some energy. But I don't know if it's a shower thing, not in a bad way. Everyone is entitled to his body, whatever, do whatever you want. But dude, my roommate used to shower once like in a week, once or twice in a week. He gets up and then doesn't shower. That was a shocker to me. Yeah, he was a super guy, he was a nice guy, but he's not to shower. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but it's a shocker, it's a culture shock for me. Hey, I'm taking tea with sugar. I'll get that point and ask why. So, and the other thing is, when people, I don't want to make this video to be so long. I'm trying as much as I can to make a few minutes for the video. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I'll do another episode. So this is episode 1. Shocking things I found in America. So the other thing is, I've told you about the shower thing. It's so shocking. It's still a shocker to me. One time, so about the shower thing. So where I was working. So we used to gather every morning, talk a brief, and then this person tell the other, hey, your hair looks so nice and everything, and the other one said, yeah, I showered this morning. I was like, in my head, I didn't ask it though. Is showering bad thing? Is it something that you should be jubilating about? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I find it shocking. Yeah, I find it shocking when people don't shower. But I grew up like our mom. Our mom used not to let us sleep in the bed when you're not showered. Every night when she comes back from work, she will check our feet to check whether we showered. And even if when you go take a shower, she would call you when you're coming from showering, and then she would put her palm behind your back to feel whether, you know, if somebody has showered, the back is wet and then the temperature will be down. Somebody who if you don't shower and water doesn't go there, your temperature will remain normal. So she used to do that on a daily basis. So and then where I used to go to school to, we used to shower on a daily basis. And yeah, but then when I got here, people don't shower. People do not utilize the shower room. And then the other thing is the reading area, the reading room. So I grew up during my high school time. I went to my high school, so we had a reading room where we used to go and then read in the night. Like, we would all sit and then read or do your assignment, do your homework and everything. So in the dormitory there is a reading area. So one evening, I think that was my first evening, I was like, oh, I need to go read from the reading room. I'm like, let me go there earlier. So I went there, I sat down, I got my laptop, I opened up, and then I was doing my assignments. I was there for almost like 1.5 hours, nobody was coming in, and I was like, people don't come in to read what? People don't read books here. Some people don't read books. Let me put it in like that. Some people don't read their books. I was like, dude, some things are shocker to me. Yeah, some things are shocker to me. I'm like, okay. So I don't know how they do it, but I find it so interesting. It's not easy, but also it's not easy when you're coming from a different culture to hear. There are a lot of things that will shock you out. Because I don't want to prolong the video, and for this first episode, I'm going to stop it here. Then the second episode we shall talk about food. Why would you say, hey, we are going for lunch, and then we get to lunch, and then somebody orders a slice of pizza and a cup of Coke, soda? And then why would we go, which food comes without sauce? Bro, where I come from, what is food without sauce? Rice comes with meat and soup. You get what I mean? So yeah. So in the next episode, Beyond the Noise with Sam, sharing some of the culture shocking things I've seen in the States. I'll talk about the food thing, the food culture, and things I've seen when it comes to food. How people order their food. I don't get it. Sometimes I try as much as I can to understand the food thing. It's not an easy thing. Bye.